Hi there, this is MC Oda, and welcome back to Oda Town in the Game Foundation. I know it's been about a week or so since we've played, but don't worry, there's nothing going on. I'm not going anywhere. Just been a busy week, and my evenings, other things have taken priority. That's all. Anyway, so let's get back and see. Let's see, where were we in Foundation? Okay, so in my last episode, I was struggling with a little bit of frustration with resources and with patrolling. So I had some clever ideas and with some really clever suggestions as well on ways to handle the patrolling problem. And I want to kind of play with that a little bit this episode. And while we're playing with that, we'll just kind of let other things in the town go on and see where we need to address other problems. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start time. And let's go ahead and get the town alive. So one thing I noticed is that there was a... are they still going to do it? They're still doing it. Okay. You see how everybody comes over to this bench and just sits here on the same bench? Even though there's like all these other benches. And there's a lot of people doing it. Oh, they all say they're working. Okay. So I noticed that there was a new version of the game that just came out. I don't know. Yesterday, today, whatever. Very recently. And I was reading through the fixes and the changes. And one of the fixes said that benches were being used as church entrances. And I was wondering if that's why all of these people were sitting on this bench, if they were treating that as the church. But it looks like that's not really the case, because if you click on them, they say like they're working, right? It doesn't say that they're in church or anything. I'm on free time. What's this person going to say? I'm working. Oh, they're just patrolling. I clicked on the one person who's actually working. Okay, they all... Well, that's the priest, though, that's working. What about this guy? What about this guy? What about you? What about you? Nope. You. Oh, I want to click on them before they sit down. Oh, look. Attending service. Yeah, look at that. Attending service. Bloop, and then they sit on the bench. So my guess is they didn't actually fix that bug. But that explains why everyone's sitting on this one bench. That would actually be them normally going into church. And you can see that nobody's going in this church. And nobody's going in this church. So I'm thinking... Well, I don't like the fact that church is now this bench, so I'm going to change this a little bit. So let's go ahead and edit our church situation here, all. And I'm thinking that, like, I'm sorry, y'all, but we're going to have to get rid of the bench. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of these benches. And we're going to have to apply those changes. And once everyone... I hope they all realize that that bench is gone and they're not seriously going to count that spot as church. We'll see. We'll see if they figure it out and start actually going into the church or not. Oh, that's funny stuff. That's not exactly how I expected any of that to actually happen. Okay, so I want to look at patrols. So let's first of all, I'm going to highlight one tower so we can get our patrol zones going. Boop. Okay, so you can see here, let me get away from that charcoal hut. For example, we have this neighborhood, right? And they come in through this door, and this house gets a whole lot of patrol coverage. And I guess they probably walk over here and walk around here like this. And this one gets a lot of patrol coverage. But then here, they come up to the end, and they just kind of stop and turn around. And this one isn't getting as much patrol coverage. Similar thing with some of these neighborhoods. I think sometimes these houses in the back maybe aren't getting as much as others. And I noticed that there was one here where this house here also doesn't get very much patrol coverage. So I wanted to play around with these patrol zones a little bit and see if I could maybe remedy this a little bit and see if I could work out a fix to the problem. So someone was telling me that they kind of, you give them like a circular path to walk and they'll walk that path. So if you look at the way I'm doing my patrolling, can I like just highlight patrol? Probably not. It's all good. We'll just do it this way. So I kind of just like say patrol this whole neighborhood, right? That's how I've been doing it. And that's not really getting us where we want it to go. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to do two things. Okay, first of all, I'm going to give this neighborhood an entrance in the back. Okay, so that way the villagers and the patrollers can come and go through this, you know, back here, which might give them a little bit more time to walk around this house. That was the first thing I was going to do, and another thing I want to do is I want to try playing around with these actual, like, ooh, sorry about that. That was a very loud motorcycle that just went by. I want to play with the shape of this patrol area. Rather than it just being a blob, I think I want to try doing something that's a little bit more precise, like, say, make them actually walk in a path. Don't know if that will work or not. It's just a theory I have. I didn't read anything that said it would do that. I don't have any evidence telling me that it would. I'm just gonna see what happens. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can edit this. And I would like to maybe... Can I... Oh gosh, that moves the whole thing, doesn't it? Can I, like, select one little post? It's not letting me select one post, is it? I would like to... See, I would like to stick a gatehouse, like, here, right? Like this. But to do that, I want to kind of make a hole in this fence. You know, so I can have, like, another entrance like this. It's funny how that one doesn't actually connect. I don't think that matters. So is there a way that I can do this? Let's see. Is there a way that I can do this? So, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to have to just remove that. Add this here. We'll maybe move it out just a little. We're going to move it out a little bit and stick it kind of in this corner. And then we're going to say boom, boom. Okay. Then we're going to take another one and go boom, boom. Apply changes. Don't tell me that's going to take 42 wood. Are they going to rebuild the whole thing? And they're downgrading. Oh my gosh. Well, they better build this fast then. Oh. Let's prioritize that, everyone. You would think it would just change what I changed. Okay. Not gonna get frustrated today. I did enough for that last time. Okay, so while they're building this fence, let's play around with the patrolling area here. So, first of all, let's erase what's here. Okay. Now I'm gonna shrink this down. And I'm gonna say a patrol area is here. And we're gonna say a patrol area is here. And a patrol area is here. Okay. And then we're going to loop this around. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. To there. That just doesn't seem like that's going to do much of anything, but we'll see what it does. So let's see. Next time one of these little patrollers comes up here, let's see where they actually walk. I still can't believe it took down most of the fence for that one change. Okay, let's see. I want to see if this patroller... Okay, there's some patrollers. Let's see if they start coming over this way. Okay, you can tell because of their little purple circles here. Okay, they're doing this neighborhood again. Okay. Let's just keep our eye on this. I don't see their downgrade. Oh no, that still shows that they're... Okay, that bit of wall just went up. Okay, I think their downgrade symbols went away because they don't have to be completely surrounded. They just have to be like a certain percentage surrounded by that fence. Okay, let's see. And the patrol coverage. That looks so weird. But we'll see if it works. We'll see if they actually come out here. Where's our... All of our patrollers are on the other side of town. Okay. Alright, looks like the fence is done. And this entrance is happening, so... I would like to see people come out this way and maybe start going to some of these things. Now, another thing that I need to do is this town, this little logging area here that's also now going to become this iron mining area. I think they need their own church because, let's see, patrollers, are you going to come up this way? No. All right, I need some patrollers out here. This church that we have. Oh, look, they're going in the church now. I just saw someone go in there. Okay, so they figured it out. Okay. No, that's the wrong neighborhood. Okay, I haven't seen anyone go up here yet. Okay, while we're waiting on them, if I look at this church, it says that we can serve... We're getting 79 out of 159 people. Well, I think that means we can serve 159 people, which means there's already like 60... 40, 60 some people that don't have church. So I would like to put a church over here, and what I was thinking was I could put the church like here, and that would maybe give a reason for them to start forming a road out here to walk down. Yeah, so it's a church that's only going to need to house like 40, 50 people, so it doesn't have to be massive. I'm still waiting to see patrollers come out here, because these guys are slowly losing it, because no one's coming out here now. See, I've seen them come through this neighborhood several times, but no one's coming out this way. So maybe that wasn't the right way to go about this. Okay, let's take a look at a church. And see, I want to keep this highlighted so I can see the purple rings, but I can't do other. Well, I wonder if I keep that pinned. Will that... Oh, good. Because it's pinned, I'll still see it. Excellent. Okay. Okay, so let's... Oh, man. See, they're not coming over here now at all. Well, maybe... Okay. All right, let me let's see. Let me do this. Maybe the house has to be part of that. Okay. All right, so let's look at building a church over here for these folks. Let's see. So that would be services, and we'll build a new church. And let's see, capacity 12, capacity 33, capacity 9. So if you can see where I'm seeing that, like, second line up from the bottom says rustic church capacity minimum 33. Okay, so that's 24, 24, 24. So it looks like from the base, this church will be able to house more people. So let's go ahead and put a church over here. Okay. And we'll give it a nice little entrance. There we go. And we will make it... Can we make it taller? Okay, that supports 45 people like that. Now let's go ahead and put a chapel on the side of it, maybe? Or maybe like 2 of them? Like one here. And maybe like another one here. That might look kind of cool. It's kind of neat. We're at a 63 capacity. I think that's what that right there means. Let's go ahead and put a nice little cross on top of it. And let's put a rustic stone bell tower here. Yeah, that'll be good. Alright, let's go ahead and build that. Okay. Okay, here comes a patroller. Let's see what they do. Okay, so he's coming in this road. He's walking by this house. And then he's gonna go here. Stop there. And then he's just leaving the neighborhood. So he's actually worse now than before because he's not even going over to this house. Okay, nothing changed. Come on. Okay. Alright, I'm not sure how to handle that then. I'm not sure how to force them to actually patrol. So let's just engulf the whole neighborhood again. Okay, and then all we can do is hope. Hope that maybe they see like there's already someone coming in and out of here. So now hopefully, see look, these transporters, the builders are making a road. So hopefully then this road will extend out here, but then this house might start getting ignored. So perhaps we should put an entrance here as well. Let's try that. Let's edit this, and we're gonna put one of these here, and then this we're going to, oh my gosh, it's not letting me I think I'm gonna have a similar problem here. I'm gonna have to, oh gosh, see, it breaks out that whole thing. So this one's gonna go to here, and then we're going to go this one from here to here. Okay. Is everything being built the right direction? Okay, I believe so. Oh, this fence does a little weird thing. Oh, whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and prioritize this. So maybe with a couple ways in and out of this neighborhood, maybe people will start making more roads by these houses, and then maybe that will let the patrollers do their jobs. The treasury is full. A merchant is approaching your village. There's people to be welcomed into our town. Okay. All right. So we'll kind of let what I just did there just kind of soak and see what happens. If we highlight this, we can kind of see what they're at right now and come back a little bit later and see if this patrol coverage is looking any better. Still doesn't really explain this house here. And it might be something where I can start making fences to force people to go certain directions around things. But see, like this house over here in the corner, not getting much patrol coverage. similar situation. Like if I were to build a fence around this and maybe let the entrance of the fence be down here, but that's also going to make people walk a lot further. Okay. All right, so let's look at our resources. Our cloth is almost nothing. Our bread right now is looking pretty decent. Our clothing looks good. Our stone looks terrible. Oops. This one right here. The stone looks terrible. So, speaking of stone, that was one thing we were looking at last episode, was we sent Jess, our bailiff, out to investigate this last node, and it's another iron. So none of these nodes are stone. None of them are stone. Let's see, what else can the bailiff do? Oust unemployed villagers. Improved trade routes. Let's see. So apparently none of these large rock nodes are stone. They're all marble, iron, gold, I think was one of them. Quartz, I believe, is one of them. But none of them are stone. Look, there's more over here, but they're so far away, they don't even register on my thing as something that I can explore. So I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna have to figure out a different solution to the stone. So let's work with what we have. We have, if I highlight a stone cutting camp, that shows us our little stone. So we got a stone here, which this camp is working on. We have a stone here, which nobody's working on. And we have a stone here with that nobody's working on. And we have 7 unemployed people. Oh, let's see what this guy has to say. Let me take a look at you. Got your cute little hat. Iron ore for the elders. The elders are looking for iron ore as a nearby village is dramatically running low on tools. One of their merchants has seen your quarry. So what are they looking for? They're looking for me to accumulate 200 inside storage facilities, and I currently have 196. Oh, that's going to use like everything we have, though. You know what? Let's go ahead and say that sounds like a good trade. Now let's go over to our iron storage here, and we are going to... We currently have 200. Confirm. Woo! That was everything we were storing, but that's fine. That's fine. Our storage was actually full. I'm going to have to pay attention to that. Our storage was actually full. But these guys should be storing some over here as well. Yeah, okay. So we still have iron ore. Let's go ahead and expand this. Can we expand this warehouse? If we put this, that's too far. There's really no room to expand this one. Okay. Let's see. What was I doing? Stone. I was looking at stone. So yeah, so here's a stone node here, and if we look at our, we have some space here where I was moving some buildings around before. So let's go ahead and build us another stone cutting camp. Let's turn on our zoning areas so we can make sure we're not... See, it gets in the green, but it's not where the houses actually are. So I think if I just tuck it in here like this, I think that'll be okay. So we'll go ahead and get that built. And then we can start getting some people here working on this stone here. Oh, here's some more people. Now let's take a look at this stone cutting camp. Is there any ways that we can improve these? No. Let's see if there's any way in here that gives us improvements to stonemason's hut. Oh, that's the polishing. Let's see. I'm looking for something that says, like, that's the stone mason improving. I want to see if there's something where the stone cutters can be improved. Like, we can get more people working on one stone. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, these stone nodes, they don't run out. Like, I think they're infinite. I wonder if I can have more than one camp mining one stone node. Like if I were to put another camp next to this one, would they also start mining it, or is it only gonna be one each? Well, here's one right here that nobody's working. And there's some open land here. And I could extend this sheep farm. Okay, let's put another stone cutting camp here then. Is that a residential? Oh, that's a residential, isn't it? Let's put a stone cutting camp. You know, we're just going to put it right here behind the farm. It's going to be fine. Let's build that. Okay. So now this one over here, let's go ahead and stock that full of miners. Okay. Alright. And now, let's see. Now, will that take away anything from our sheep farm? So our sheep farm still says it's adequately. If we go a little bit bigger, we can still go a little bit bigger. See, the thing with the farms is I want to get it to like right on the edge of being too much. And then you kind of scale it back a little bit to make sure that they're getting the most out of, you know, the most bang for your buck, essentially. Okay, I don't think I need to make it much bigger than that. I mean, this one over here was huge. This is weird, how it kind of has this weird glitchy thing. Okay, not too worried about that. This stone cutting camp, let's go ahead, and there is a builder assigned to it, so it should be open pretty soon. Let's just take a look on, see what's going on up here. Is our church. We need a village priest. And you are going to become a commoner. Okay. And now let's take a look and see what the patrol coverage on this looks like. This one is still less than them. But maybe we just need to give it more time. Okay. It's a pretty cool looking church. I mean, it's kind of plain, but it's kind of cool. Okay, let's see here. So let's take a look at our stone. So we're already up to like 17 stone, so I think we're getting a little bit more stone being produced now. A little bit. This one over here, looks like we can get some miners assigned there. Awesome. Okay, our fish, we still got a ton of fish. Our meat and our boars are looking really good. So this has improved a lot since the last couple episodes. We were under 100 on each. More like, I mean, way under 100. Now we're like hovering around 200 to 300. This is looking really good. Let's see. Our bread, again, that's kind of seasonal and cyclical. I'm not really sure we can deal with that at some point. Now, this cloth is just getting... Oh, you know what? Because I did add that extra tailor. No? Oh, yeah, okay. So we're making more... Okay, these guys make... Okay, so we added an extra thing to make cloth into clothing. But we don't have anyone... How do we have such little wool? Oh, that's flour, not wool. I was looking at that thinking that that was wool. Where's wool? 84 wool. Where's it all at? Okay, so I think I need another let's see. The building that makes the wool into cloth, because now our wool is backing up and our cloth production, our clothing production looks way better than it did, but this one, the weavers, we need another weaver's hut now to continue. So now here's the question. Do I put a weaver here? No. No. I'm just going to put it here. They can carry the wool over here. Alright, so let's get another weaver going on here. Not food. Not food. Not administration. Goods. Weaver's hut. There we go. And let's see. Huh. I think it's funny here, these awnings are like all pretty like rainbowy colors, and here they're just white. I think that's gonna look fine, just kind of sitting there next to the other one, just right across the street, just a little weaver community. They can swap weaver war stories and all that. Maybe they can compete with each other, have a little friendly competition, who's gonna make more cloth. That'll be fun. They'll enjoy that. Alright, alright, alright. Ooh, even more people coming into town. Great. So now, how's our stone looking? Our stone is still not looking fantastic. Of course, some of it might be being used for resources. So let's take a look and see, are there any more of these little stone things in our territory? Let's see, there's one way out there. One here, and I'm assuming these people are mining this one. We have 3 people mining this one. So we have nobody. They're all at home. So I think that's also part of the problem, right? Is these people don't work 24/7. So if you have like one thing, kind of like when we were dealing with the fish, like they just weren't, they weren't always fishing. So these guys aren't always mining. Here's a stone that's a little outside of our territory here, but we have access to that pretty quickly if we need it. So I'm really curious if we can put like 2 stone camps on one node, or one of these little nodes. I'm not going to try it because I think we just tripled our stone production, so I think we're just going to kind of let them do their thing and see how they fare. We're getting a lot of wood backed up here, but that's okay. I think that means the lumberjacks will just kind of slow down. And I think that's perfectly fine. And then they can pick up the pace whenever things are needed. Oh no. Are we going up or down? What is this under construction for? What about this one here? See, this one's not getting the patrol coverage to increase its density. I just don't know what to do there. I don't know what to do. Do I hire more patrollers? We have 4 people who are unemployed. Look at how, even with all these different patrol towers, look at how they bunch up like that. Isn't that crazy? See, even with that, when you saw them walk right up to the front gate and turn around. I kind of feel like as a game mechanic, they kind of need to fix that. But in lieu of that, let's go ahead and get some more people over here. So they needed a tower to be fortified, but everything the patrollers live in don't need to be towers. So what I can do is I can give them like a little house. Right? So I can put like a little house right here for more patrollers to be in. kind of here next to this little market, making everyone feel safe. That's not a bad idea. I kind of like that. I kind of like it at a little bit of an angle, too. That's kind of nice. It's a little different. So let's put Manor Gate short. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Okay, yeah, I kind of like that. Let's give them a chimney. Okay. Sure, they deserve a chimney. I don't think they really need much of anything else. We could put just a little tiny bit of splendor here. Give them a weather vane. There we go. Okay, so we'll let that build, and then we'll maybe get a couple more patrolmen hired here. And, or patrollers. And hopefully then things will be patrolled a little better. I want to know if this house is upgrading or maybe it downgraded and now they're upgrading. I don't even know. Oh my gosh, look, our little this thingy is it's in the way. Let's just move you over here a little bit. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to deal with the entertainment thing eventually. Okay, so our meat is looking fantastic. Our berries are just out the roof. Our fish is doing fantastic. Our wood is just insane. Our clothing is looking great. I don't know if our new tailors, do we, oh, we need to hire new tailors. Or weavers, sorry. Oh, these are commoners, aren't they? Ooh. Ooh. What are these houses? Are these houses, they're not beautified. They can be very easily, though. Okay, let's go ahead and upgrade these folks to commoner. Upgrade you to commoner. And let's start beautifying these houses so the commoners will move in. Let's see. All right, let's see. Common decorations. Let's see here. I don't want to just give them standard rose bushes. I mean, I could. I'm not really. I feel like rose bushes is kind of the way that the cheap out way that a lot of people playing this game use. But honestly, I'm not like overusing them, so I don't feel too bad about them. Besides, it's kind of like a little rose bush lined street here. That's kind of cute. Alright, so now hopefully now some commoners will actually move into these houses. And they can become nicer houses. This one doesn't get patrol coverage. See, now this one won't upgrade in size because it doesn't have patrol coverage. See, even though it should. Do we have to, like... I don't know. I just don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix that. Alright, what else is going on here? Alright, already we got a little bit of cloth going on here, so that's kind of nice. Okay, we'll just kind of see how that keeps pace with things. Alright, our money is still staying way up there at max, so there's really no reason to need to start selling any of our stuff to anyone anymore. Like we had stopped selling a lot of our resources, and I don't think there's any need to re-up that. The next big thing I need to work on is entertainment. Now, I don't know if I want to dig into that this episode because I don't want this episode to go crazy long. However, one thing I can do, though, is maybe hire another brewer. And are you at least a commoner? Yes. You are going to have to be a commoner. So that gets us another... Okay. Because they're they need to be citizens, they're still only going to be working at 50% capacity, but I think that's okay for now. So now over here we got Mappin Mage, and I think he is going to need more people to help serve the brew. So let's hire as many people as we have. And these are all whoa. These are all commoners, so let's go ahead and just start giving them the promotions. So this tavern is working at like 80% capacity, so that's pretty good. So they should be able to start serving more people that delicious, delicious berry brew. And our berries are so high in the positive right now. We'll see how this impacts it. I'm wondering though if our brewery has to be larger. So this says size 10. I don't really know what that means because there's 2 brewers. I wonder if we were to increase the size of the brewery. So what else do we have going on here? This is the public lounge. Okay, so people can attend the public lounge. I'm not sure what that gains them. And then this is the service counter. This is where they serve the brew. So this sells tavern resources to the villagers. So this is where they're buying the brew. This is required to welcome patrons to the tavern. Okay, so we get people into the tavern through this. They get served their berry brew through this, and this is what stocks. This produces the berry brew. Waiting for workers. Lovely. You're heading to work, and you are fetching common clothing. Hopefully, you're doing it up here where it's a little. We need to put a clothing stand in this market. I forgot. Okay, someone mentioned that. Let's see. How's this doing? So people are actually coming up here and like eating, which is awesome. That's nice to see. It's funny how look at what's been consumed. Look at how no berries are being consumed. That's interesting to me. That's interesting to me. I wonder if that's the same in the other market. I've never noticed that before. No, everything's being consumed here. Interesting. All right, fair enough. Just the people in the logging community just aren't berry fans, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead and add us a goods stall. And this one, that's too far. Oh, I was hoping to put it maybe on the other side of that. I don't want to like jam it in here because this is where people are going to be trying to. I'll do it anyway. So you know what? They're going to sit there to like eat their food and stuff, but you know, maybe they want to like buy a new shirt after they're done sitting and eating. So they'll go ahead and do that. And we'll give them... I was watching someone play and they use these tents to like indicate types of things, like the basic stuff, berries and fish. They would use the small, like the blue, and then like the medium level, like the bread and the meat and stuff, they'd use the red, and then the expensive stuff, they'd use the green. I thought that was pretty clever. I'm not going to do that, but I thought it was clever. All right, let's see. Do we have people... Oh, we got something going on here. Celebrating the laborers. The elders would like you to host a regional fair. Hold on a second. I just got distracted. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's see. The elders would like you to host a regional fair. This is an occasion to open up more trading opportunities by celebrating the fruit of hard labor. Ensure the mood at the fair stays high. Your people will do the rest. So this basically says for 21 days, we need to keep our happiness over 75, essentially. And the success is we get trade bonuses and happy bonuses. All right. Rustic food. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay, that's if for failure. So this is just a fair. Like, this isn't like a berry fair or a fish fair or anything. This is just a general fair. All right, well, let's see if we can keep our town happy for 21 days. I hear. Okay, that must. Okay. I see some more people coming down the street. One of you is going to be selling clothing in our market. How's this church doing? People are starting to find this church, so that's good. Excellent. Oh, this house was upgrading to a nice house. Oh, because a commoner moved in there. That's why that house was upgrading. Speaking of which, do we have some upgrades going on here? Okay, so a commoner must have moved in here as well. A weaver. Yep. See, because what it is you do the beautification to attract a commoner, but then once a commoner moves in, that's when it gets upgraded, right? See, like, so this one, it's beautified, but a commoner doesn't live here yet. Once a commoner moves in, this one will go, and then it will turn into a nicer looking house, like with the wood, or with the shingled roof and stuff rather than the thatch roof. The house is upgrading. Okay, no access to entertainment. Well, the entertainment's here. Only 5 people have consumed it this week. Okay, so are we just not producing it fast enough? Waiting for workers. Okay, so maybe this brewery has to be bigger, but I see it's a size of 10. Maintenance cost 3. Produces 3 brews. 5. Okay, the size of 10 though. I feel like the size must affect the number of people here. Kind of like, oh, that's right, our patrollers. We could start hiring. See, like we increase the size of this, and now we can fit all these more people, right? This size is 14, and we have 5, 7, and 7. We have 14 people. And it's a size of 14, so I don't know if we make this berry brewery larger, will we get more people? So like if we make this big and this part of it big, so that makes the size from 10 to 8. Oh, brewer capacity. Here's brewer capacity 2. That gives us +2. There we go. All right. All right. So once that upgrades, we can get 2 more berry brewers in there, brewing on the 2nd floor, and then maybe we'll get a little bit more of that made for our tavern to sell. All right. I think I might be figuring this game out, everybody. It just took a few episodes. The cloth, it's looking better than it was, but it's still, we're making a lot of clothing. The stone isn't looking a whole lot better than it did. Are we just using it that fast to build, or where's it all going? Let's take a look at our trade and see that, make sure we're not selling it all. We're still selling fish for anyone who wants to buy it. Okay, let's stop selling the polished stone. Let's just stop selling that. And let's hope that our stone production will exceed the masons. See, most of the stone we have, all the stone we have is being made into cut stone, polished stone. But eventually, hopefully, our stone production will exceed that. Okay. Alright, I don't like this little visual glitch here. Another thing I noticed is once you do the thing that highlights these little symbols, they stay around until you restart the game. Okay, let's see. We're hosting the regional fair. We still have 16 days left on the fair. Our happiness is still 85%. So that's good. We're maintaining happiness. Raise all the villagers. Okay, there's still 2 people who are not at 25%. Let's see what we can handle. Let's see what we can... Let's see. It's one of our patrollers and one of our watchmen. Oh, this guy we accidentally made a citizen. Of course he's not happy. Oh, that was our mistake. View home. I'm guessing we can't just like kick him out of our town. We just have to hope that he leaves, maybe. Okay, now this one, entertainment shortage. Well, they're just gonna have to, wow, yeah. Housing shortage. Oh, yeah, because he wants a house with, like, paved roads and all of that. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so where's his house? Let's see. Where was I just looking? That was this guy. So his house, where's his house? View his home. View his workplace. He doesn't even have a home. He doesn't even want to live in any of the homes, but he works here. So if we were to like look at one of these homes here, we would have to give a house paved roads for him to even move into it. Kind of like the commoner wouldn't move in until we gave them beautified houses. Speaking of houses, your patrol coverage still isn't enough to upgrade you. Your patrol coverage isn't great, but you're not downgrading yet. So this guy's patrol coverage never even hit a point where he would upgrade. Okay, let's just take a look and see what paved roads would entail. So I think we already... Did we already unlock it? I feel like we already unlocked it, but I might be wrong. I'm not seeing it, but I could just be not looking in the right place. Oh, there we go. Paved roads are unlocked. Okay, so maybe... Because I don't want this guy to leave. Right? He's bringing down the happiness of the whole village. It is because this right here, right? So preventing villagers from leaving, these guns that are under 25% are going to leave eventually. So logistics, paver's yard. Okay, let's put a paver's yard here. This is all literally just to keep that one guy that we accidentally upgraded from leaving. What do you think is the front of this building? It doesn't really look like there's a front or back on this, so... We'll swing it around this way. We'll kind of stick it here. Let's do this. We'll put it right here. Okay, so once this is built, maybe we can just give like one person and just pave the roads to like one or two of these houses just to get that citizen to move in. Just so that his happiness won't be so low. Okay, and then this person still hasn't found the entertainment. Oh no. Oh, these people aren't living close to... Okay, but they're still... The main thing is these ones that are... Uh-oh, someone's at 19 now. Refined food. Entertainment shortage, refined food shortage. Well, they're just not getting the food because we have plenty of refined food. And... It's our berry brew. We have 3 berries. We have 3 berry brews. Okay, so we're still not really producing a whole lot. Okay, here we go. There we go. We got 2 more brewers in here, and we'll upgrade you both to commoner at least. Delighted visitors. People are having a great time. Awesome. We just need to make sure they enjoy it for 11 more days. Okay, so now we got the brewery working at 50% capacity with 4 people. So hopefully they'll start generating a little bit more brew and maybe getting that out to our people a little bit faster, a little bit more efficiently. We just hired a person, so why don't we make a patroller over here? Why don't we get more patrollers over here? And let's upgrade some of you guys to commoner. Okay, so maybe with some more patrollers, we might get a little bit more coverage. Because even if they're only going up to the front yard, if it's 3 or 4 of them instead of 1 or 2 of them, that might just help a little bit better. Okay, well, I think that yeah. Okay. Why is this all highlighted? There. Okay, there we go. So let's step back and take a look at Otatown. How's Otatown doing? It's looking very pretty. It's looking very big. It's looking big. It's got this nice big church over here now next to the Iron Mountain. That's pretty cool. The logging community is just... Well, they worked so much that now their woods are growing back. So they pretty much overworked that forest. But that's good. We have a whole lot... When we start using up our wood again, they're going to be able to just start replacing it very, very quickly. We got some houses upgrading over here, probably for the commoners that we just upgraded. Yeah, so I think we made some improvements this time. I think we've got a little bit more clothing production going on. We've got the new church. We've got clothing. Oh, we need to Is this stand built yet? Yes, we need to assign clothing and a market tender, which we don't have because I made everybody patrolman. Okay, so the next person who comes into our town is going to be a clothing salesman or salesperson. All right. Well, I think this is it. I think I'm about at time, so thanks for coming. I'm going to do this again because you see all those little icons now when I look at my town. So yeah, town's really growing. So let's hope that we can keep pace, and it's looking like we're doing pretty good, catching up to our current size. So let's continue on that next episode. And thanks for coming, everyone. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.